Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Banter Rant Show. Yay. Right here on the Kwadwo Sheldon Studios platform. You know what we do on this show? We talk about everything. We discuss everything that has to do with the millennials, Gen Zs, the older generations, trending issues, everything that happens in our lives. We just share our 2 bits on it. When Mel, have you been elbowed to the nearest future before?
No.
I'm sorry. Green card, no here.
I'm sorry.
You will end up in Connecticut.
I'm sorry. See how I keep saying I'm sorry.
You're learning. Guys, we're learning something on the show. When you see all the episodes, you'll understand. People have started apologizing. Isn't it sweet?
Yeah,
you look like a different person, actually. Oh my days. On to introduction. My name is Forever Ajwa Adi and
Ace Kanti.
Hi, I'm V. Yeah.
I'm Ned.
Hi, Ned.
Hi.
So, what are we talking about today? We told Fish to come and sit down.
Fish, you come and sit here.
He'll be answering
We need
from the
you.
back.
He is running away, but you guys will understand. Why do marriages of uneducated couples last longer than that of educated ones? Oh, no.
Drum roll.
Recently, I had a shoot at is it Next Door Beach? I don't know if you guys know it. You know
Next Door, yeah.
Where the the rocky side with all the plenty cactuses.
Yeah.
There's a couple. They live there in a very small house.
Yeah.
It's not really a house, it's just like a shed, right? They've done it. It's just the 2 of them and their cat.
Oh.
They've been together for so long. I love like their lifestyle. Like it's so peaceful.
Yeah.
I don't even think they ever argue. I was talking with the guy and he was like, they just wake up, take a walk, talk about their lives, play with their cats, go to bed. Like, it's so nice. They're so
Simple.
detached from society and they're just living there. I loved it. I was like, maybe one day, if I get a big plot of land, maybe I'm a plant, so now I have some loft in the middle. And I'll just be there with Pepsi. Pepsi's my dog.
Okay.
And then, if by then, men are acting right, maybe I'll have a little something on my hands and we'll be like very...
Yeah.
That's
Sweet
an
couple.
offensive statement.
What do you mean? Which
Why?
part?
If men are acting right.
Do people act right? Don't start.
Will they feel free?
Don't start. Do people act right? When?
They'll be like, I'm against me.
I'm talking from my perspective.
All right.
Men don't act right. Did I lie?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Babes, did I lie?
No, you didn't.
Thank you. Men cheat. But basically...
Start from women. If men can cheat, start from women. Men fast and beyond.
I beg. You just said sorry.
Yeah.
You just said sorry.
Yes,
and we clapped
go
for
to
you.
We are
women.
kidding. Like some men, okay.
Men found sense to show me.
Most men.
Most men. I'm for the most men.
Now, if you guys watch the other episode, you understand. But yeah, so the notion out there is that people who are educated, their marriages don't last long. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Do you agree? You don't agree?
Actually, don't agree.
Okay.
I believe that regardless of how educated or uneducated you are, so let me take it from the uneducated side. I feel like in as much as research has proven that educated couples tend to make sane financial decisions and use probably know how to use their resources. It's not solely dependent on, the success of a marriage is not solely dependent on how educated you are.
Okay.
There are a few factors that determines how successful your marriage can
is
be.
going to be.
I'll just go through a few and I'll just dive into a little bit if that's
Sure.
allowed. So one is, I think, trust. Trust
Okay.
is communication. Obviously, cannot be sidelined. Compatibility, and I think you should get to know your partner. So
When you say compatibility, what do you mean?
So obviously, before you get into a marriage, obviously there are stages where you get to know your partner, right?
Yeah.
You should know certain things that he or she does that doesn't sit right with you.
Okay.
Turns you off, in our terms, red flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So if you guys are not compatible, you definitely should know before you get into marriage.
Okay.
So I don't think you should get married before you know that you're not compatible.
With your partner. Okay.
Now, coming to guys, now, how do we view love? So for guys, I feel that we tend to interpret love as respect, right?
Guys interpret love as
Most
respect.
of the time, interpret love as respect. If you respect me, proves to me that you love me,
Okay.
right?
You
When I
don't
say
think someone can love you and still be disrespectful?
if you disrespect me, you don't love me.
Okay.
For me, honestly speaking, and I think most guys will agree with me.
Okay.
So I think most guys would also like to be in a relationship where a lady would respect her and not love him. Respect him and not love him. I mean, guys would be in a relationship
Who
rather
would
than
prefer something like that?
I'm coming out. rather than you not respecting me and love me so much. I mean, it wouldn't mean anything to me. So unconditional respect here means when I'm talking to you or when you're talking to me, there's a tone in which you talk to me.
Okay.
You're not emotionally manipulative to me.
Okay.
You listen when I'm talking. You don't interject and feel like, okay, you're always right and I'm wrong, and you always have to let your point overshadow mine.
You don't talk with an attitude.
Yeah.
Exactly. So for us, it's just respect. Now, coming back to, there's so many marriages of uneducated people that are flourishing. I mean, countless of them. You get what I'm saying? What's the trick? The lady respects the guy. And for the ladies also view respect as love, but not so much. Ladies interpret respect as when you cherish her so much, it means you love her.
Okay.
In as much as respect, well, I'm not saying this out of it. Give it the right amount. But if you prove to her that you cherish her, it means you love her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a guy, if you prove to me that you respect me, like Charlie, like you listen to what I say, my decisions, you follow them. We talk about it. You don't make me feel like, okay, whatever I'm talking about doesn't make sense, and you're always right. It means you don't love me. Just respect me. You love me. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Nice.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree totally. I agree. But then again, I also disagree to some extent. When it comes to uneducated marriages.
No, when you said you disagree to some extent, you were doing this.
Good, baby girl. The question is, do uneducated marriages
last longer
than
educated?
Yeah, because I think to some extent, uneducated marriages largely do last because, you know, in our dispensation, we are exposed to a lot of influences. When you go on social media, there's a lot of perceived perfection, you know. And so...
Wait, I think we need to define it. When we say uneducated, what do we mean?
Wanko school.
Yeah, you are not...
But there are people who are on Wanko school and they still have access to social media right now.
Yeah.
Well, but then I think it falls in their line of...
Educated mobile phone is different from...
Literacy.
Differentiate it. How?
Uneducated, there's some use yam.
They
use the phone for just basic phone calls.
Yeah, but for
educated people use it for extra stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for us, we tend to get information from social media.
TikTok.
But TikTok is different.
TikTok there's fancy. TikTok
is different.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So it's also educational.
Listen, like, you know, TikTok. It picks, like, if you're uneducated and maybe you tend to drive towards a certain content, maybe it
shows you what you're interested in.
It shows you what you're interested in. So I feel TikTok is not really
okay.
So for the uneducated people, they tend to they're not very exposed, you know, to what is going on in the social media world. I mean, which we term as the real world now, because now people find all their sources from social media. When you go on Twitter, you find a lot of narratives going on in various fields, you understand? So for the uneducated people, they are not exposed to these things. And during the 80s, the 70s there, I mean, when my grandfather was alive, I mean, his marriage was good. During those, I think I was, how old I was like 2 years or so. But then, I mean, in the... Don't look at me like that. You know, when my grandfather was alive with my grandmother, you could tell that there was this connection. And as at that time, it was just so fun. I was so young, but there was always happiness at home. My grandfather would come home, bring this, and everybody was happy. There wasn't like anything like fights.
They understood
each other. But
they
now,
were one person.
Yes. And they were married.
Their ideas were one.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were compatible. Everything was just going on smoothly. But now, everything is different. You know, you find very educated couples. I mean, now, I think the new term is like just going after money. Everything revolves around money. Educated people are very they are running after their money driven. They pay attention to their time, what they're investing into, and so even they don't have time for their partners. Most of them, I mean, I don't know, but with my research, I realized that most of the educated couples they don't
have time for each other.
They don't have time for each other, and it ends up not getting right, like, you know. I have a friend who works at the court, and he was telling me about how divorce rates are so high now. He said it's so crazy, and especially it's more of the young people. And so it tells us that in this era, things are different. It would take a lot for a marriage to be sustained. Though I'm not married, but when my research and the questions I asked, some married couples, it told me that now everything is, again, it's about money. It's quite unfortunate, but imagine you're in a marriage where there's no money. I
understand you, because you see the example that I cited initially. These are two people who, like, their attention is not even on money. They don't care, right? As long as they have their daily meal, they are okay. I think the guy has a farm or something. They go cultivate, they come, they cook, they eat it, they're good. But with the educated people, everybody's striving to make a place in this world, right? Everybody's like trying to get a footing out here. So you're working extra hard, you're putting in the extra time. Like, somebody will even tell you, I don't have time.
I don't have time.
Relationship.
And cooking. I mean, now the traditional Ghanaian man will say that I'd want you to cook for me. Now, you go on the streets now and then tell a lady that I would want you to like I would want to marry you, but I prefer that maybe you be a housewife, you cook for me. No, you can't. No. Because everybody's independent. Yes.
In this era.
Yes.
All women are independent women. Yes. Men are independent. So you can't come and tell somebody that, come home, come and do the laundry, come and
cook for me. Now
they'll tell you no. Yeah. Because she's trying to get her own money. So you can't really, like, what are you holding over her to do the things that you need her to do? Yeah. So I think, you've cited some really good points. I'll come back to it.
Okay. I like your points. Very, very nice. Well explained.
It has do J.
For me, I think one major thing that sets the difference between the uneducated and educated people, their marriage not lasting, is the work they do.
The work they do.
Yeah, it is like work-life balance. Because the educated people, you work 9 to 5. Even when you are pregnant, leave safe. Even when you give birth, leave safe. You know, they get enough time to stay with your family. They don't get time to... Marriage is like for companion, but right now, it's like you are working. So you don't even get time for your partner. But back in the days where my grandfather is a farmer, I'll come matching, and eat. From 8 to evening time, he's home with his wife. You understand? Yes.
I know. No, love or marriage is back
then. You like marry farmer?
Answer the question.
Make her go agree.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'll stop this week and start.
Okay. Farmer George. Farmer George, do this.
So that you see, so back in the days, they had time. For their partners. So like the vibe where you want to give birth, or you have family members come and stay with you, take care of your kid. So you have time to do whatever you want. But right now, my crab now, the partner says, don't let your mom come and stay with us. So you, the wife, you have to do all that. Then work. I know someone who gave birth recently, and then after giving birth, they just give her like some 3 months leave. And 3 months is not enough.
It's not enough.
So the husband said his work, he has to be taking care of the kid. The wife would have to be doing the same. So you are not enjoying the marriage like the way you are supposed to enjoy your marriage because of they were now year 9 to 5. Time when I'll be share the kids will grow. So sometimes because marriage is supposed to be fun, but because of the society and the work we are doing,
it's become very strict.
Yes, and another thing too is
right
now the system now people are not getting married because they are in love or they want to. Worry because time is catching up. We have people say, "Oh, baby, I made do the not because that person has found someone that I really love this person." That's why most of I think last time in Madame for because side is or married this one. He's not getting married because he wants to get married. Oh, some people even marry because they need papers to travel outside the country.
Yeah.
So they do forced marriages. See, those divorce cases that increase in the sometimes people not marry because they want to get married. So divorce in the end will be increasing. It will keep increasing. Yes. That one it will keep increasing. Most of the people they I want a partner so that I can fly, like those kind of things.
Yeah.
See, people don't really settle now because Charlie, I found the right person. Oh, meditate. Mommy is giving me pressure. I want to get married by the age of 28. So even you personally, you are not ready for yourself. Then you are in a relationship. Now after 2 years. And when you do something that you are not interested in, you regret along the line.
Yeah, and it wants to come out.
Then now, even your partner loves you, you love the person, but you feel like you did this at the wrong time. Okay. So it is the system now. But back in the days, after you can see the father, the husband, the kids, we are all having fun. We are talking. So like the love is there. So the marriage they grew. But they see, I know, you transfer now. How? It won't last. Yet you transfer me area koboku. Na boku no me di na chigo ebe du boku na e de na ba boga. See, so you see, this are also factors. So the policeman near the narco baby, and maybe, excuse me to say, he gets different girls somewhere. But marriages, you are supposed to be with
one.
Let's say humanity. First, the uncle farming, my grandfather, a headmaster, or your henny, no tiffy, right. Right now, 9 to 5 in tea. Do you feel
like there's a lot of pressure?
Yes, the system and then the work we do now. Right. Also, because right now there's no work-life balance. People don't even have time for their families now.
Yeah.
Every day work. Yes, I'm no. No,
it's sad really because you like it's a very good point to state. Man kick him, but it's a very good point to state.
Yeah, me why now transfer me already? What
would you do?
Oh, if I'm dating my partner, like dating stage, I want to be seeing my partner every 3 days. So if I like dating relationship, I see you every 3 days. Now how? And I can't follow you because my work will also allow me to go to Boku. Then now near Casa online. It's a distance relationship. No love. We have people that they transfer their partners, they get pregnant, no more baby.
Yeah.
Later cry before the man will come.
You won't even be actively involved.
There's another side chicks now feeling gab, no. I'm not feeling photos in here.
I think
if you have discipline, won't go for side chick. You said it on this show. You said it. Discipline.
Let me make
it's
my
only
example.
Indisciplined men who cheat. You said it.
We have a presidential candidate now. Go on.
I mean, I think for some extent I would agree with Scanty on some of the issues he raised due to the fact that the work-life balance, the 9 to 5 and all of those things. It's not there,
yeah.
But I think I also believe that in as much as this is a problem, I mean, people are currently facing problems like that. If, like I'm saying, it boils down to your commitment and how you're willing to compromise, right? Obviously, you work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. What about weekends? If you want to make something work, you can actually make it work. In as much as it's difficult.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact that you're in a marriage and obviously one of your spouses is transferred to a very far place, right?
Yeah.
I'm still going to base it on these two, commitment and how you're ready to compromise.
Yeah.
You know that obviously marriages come with their challenges, and this is a challenge you guys should be willing to work. You know that, okay, so my wife is here. I only get to talk to her after this hour. Okay, I make sure that after 7, whatever I have to do, I push it a little bit so that I get time to talk to her.
So it takes the willingness.
Yeah. I know people who, for me, like I'm going to use myself for an example. My dad's work was quite far, but then he made it a point to come home every weekend.
Okay.
In as much as it was very hectic to him, he knew that obviously, I mean, my kids need me to grow. My wife needs me. So,
but was it good for you? Didn't you wish he was around all the time?
Honestly speaking, but you see, that's the thing. You can't have it like that all the time. But you should acknowledge the effort he's putting to that. There's some points where I needed my father around, but then he wasn't there because of his work. But he came home. You get what I'm saying? People should be ready to compromise when there's a problem like that.
Okay. That's why it's failing.
That's why
people should be ready to compromise. That's why the marriages they fail.
But there are some marriages that are
not willing to compromise.
Some people are easy. The topic at hand is why the past they last longer than the current. Even right now, let's put even marriage aside, relationships there. Sometimes jobs and then some petty things set in. It don't last. But back in the days, right now they'll be dating 4 years. Okay? Back in the days, people they date 8 years, and they are very okay. People date 8 normal worry and short time. And now I need a long time to study my partner because you see your partner intervals, crans women. But back in the days, ufa na fi na no shi no. So like settling down, it's very easy. That time they can monitor when you are cheating or not. Because if you pass another family house,
right now, and I think during those times too, women didn't have so much say when it came to marriage. Like women, they didn't have so much say.
Okay, what's your point?
I mean, during those times, so what I've heard, during those times when it comes to marriage, when a woman gets to a particular age, I mean, you are monitored not to break your virginity. You understand? And when you get to a particular age, the family knows that it's time for you to get married, and they'll go and look for a man for you, and present it to you, and based on their discretion or based on how they feel and their research, if they are comfortable with that, then
they go ahead with the marriage.
They go ahead with the marriage, and so your consent was not so much needed.
Yeah,
but now it is not like that anymore. Women have become very independent.
Exactly.
That whole feminism, movement is on now, and women want to be like men. So I think
what men can do,
women can do better.
Obviously, or container be a pro. Baby, I'm gonna 900 bags of cement. If you can do better.
No, you.
What men can do,
women can do better.
Into the middle number, man, no afraid. No, I go 900 bags of cement.
Mr.
What we can do, can you do better? Another day.
That's a conversation for another day.
So I think So I think that also is also it's also a factor when it comes to modern marriages as well, because now women are
But let's not get this twisted. It doesn't mean that uneducated couples, their relationships don't fail, because some fail, some are failing. They failed, they are still failing, and all the tenses you get. Because someone will probably argue that when it comes to the educated people, right, they've been through teachings, they've been through lectures, they've been taught
counseling.
Exactly. They've been taught how to manage their egos, their emotions, how to, communicate properly, right? Yeah. Like all of those factors are there. But then when it comes to the uneducated people, they don't really have knowledge on how to deal with some of these situations in current times, in present times. Right. So you'd go on social media right now and then you see be a taxi driver
recently I saw a video like that.
It happens every day. It's out there because they are not emotionally mature to all of these instances. They are there. So it's not always like 100.
You are saying things. Oh, can you know?
Why you don't see these videos?
I've seen the videos. But they're not emotionally matured because they are not educated.
No, not necessarily.
That. She's saying in current times.
In current times.
That's it.
21st century.
In current
times, how people resolve conflicts, how people deal with current situations. When you see some of these videos, you ask yourself, like, didn't they know of any other, like, ways to have resolved the conflict? Yeah. Is it always compulsory that it has to boil down to, violence, beating, punching, blah, 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 all of that? And that doesn't also mean that educated people don't beat their spouses. They do. But then I'm saying that it's two ways. It goes both ways. We can't say that educated people, they are not capable of keeping marriages. Some people are educated. They've been in marriages for years. They are thriving. Their families are great. They are doing perfect. Yeah. And some people are uneducated. Their marriage is failing. Yeah. So I'm just saying it's a two-way street. Yeah. It goes both ways. At the end of the day, it boils down to you being human. Right? A person would whether you're educated or not, your manners, your morals, how, like, your behavior. But your education also matters. Education. Yeah. People are educated. It takes one little blip for them to lose all their training. Yeah. All their training, everything they've learned from childhood. It takes one little thing, and it all just drains away.
Because I know somebody that says that for her, she likes it when her boyfriend beats her.
I'm sorry, what?
She likes it when her boyfriend hits her. Like it what? Shows that hits her.
On a normal day, she just stand up and come in.
No.
I know of violence in certain
when there's
areas,
a conflict, like when there's
I'm saying
when there's a conflict,
fine.
Like when there is a conflict, she likes it. She likes that when her boyfriend hits her, like it shows that he cares. Like he's in control.
Sorry?
Yeah, I know. And this girl was still in the relationship. Like, the relationship lasted for like 10 years. Like they were for a very long time, but they are no more again.
Imagine someone beating you for 10 years.
And she liked it. Sometimes she could come to school, and you see marks all over her. And I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? She's like, no. And they will break up, and the guy will call, and then the guy will talk. So like, you're back together. And then you see the guy will come and pick her. And it was so toxic. All of us could see. But this girl is so educated. She speaks very good English, very beautiful. But that's what she wants.
Maybe the mindset and how she was trained.
How?
Or to straighten you. We have some kids that they are trained in a way that beating is the only thing that changes them. Like we have kids like that. Or he doesn't find anything wrong with it. So sometimes some people, it's as a result of training. Maybe her dad used to beat the mom, and like that's the only way her mom sits up. So she finds that, you see, it's because sometimes the background, how you were trained. So maybe it boils down to that, because I don't think in normal sense you'll be okay for someone to be beating you up, and then you say you like it, not because maybe the person they pay your fees or like the person. The only thing is, they say
well, I've heard instances of people loving toxicity. Yeah, they love being like. Yeah, they enjoy
in your aspects.
Recently, I even witnessed one with my eyes. Oh. And the girl, and I think they are married, and when the woman is still with the man. Hey. Just last week I saw it, and they have a kid. Beating. It was around 2 a.m.
So this kind of relationship,
the man was
the kid
hitting
also
her.
sees the same thing.
And the guy and the baby was crying. I think the baby was like a year old. She was crying around 2 a.m. All of us were asleep, and I'm like, what? Hitting her left, right.
And any day.
So you see, that's the problem. Like what Kanti was saying is how the people are socialized. So in a family, a guy feels that to prove that I have authority, I have to beat you. Yeah. To show that I'm the man. And some ladies also feel that.
And something like this, it doesn't matter whether you're educated or you're not.
Exactly. Yeah, you see? And some ladies don't see a problem with it. But then, this is a serious red flag. Yeah. I'm someone who I've seen it happen, and I mean, at this point, if I see,
you have seen what happened.
I mean, a lady who's in a very toxic relationship, and the thing is that people like this, I've gotten to a point where I think I've said it before. I don't involve myself in relationships like that, because in as much as you feel that it's going to get to a point, it's just like a ticking time bomb. Get to a point, she's going to get very hurt. Talk to her and all of those things, but then in the end, out of love, she keeps staying in that relationship, and you end up becoming.
Don't say, "Oh, it's so nice."
You end up becoming the person outside who doesn't advocate for them. So I mean, if you want to be there, you want to be a punching bag, and you want to be beating Charlie, it's up to you. Just be there.
It's crazy, honestly.
Let's say marriage is necessary. Right now, marriage is necessary.
Are you excited to get married in the future?
Excited? Oh yes.
Okay.
Very much excited. But then I'll not marry because they're asking me to marry.
Okay.
I'll marry when I'm ready to marry. Until I find somebody I really like and will not get 50 years. And when do you see right now we have set time and 30. The time.
Yeah, an era where people age shame, and it's so bad.
If you are allowing an era to control you, when you fail, the era will not speak for you. At the end of the day, you have lost it. He who marries a divorced partner marries a wrong person, has committed a sin. If your husband divorces you and I marry you, have committed a sin, not you. So we for men, we have to be very particular.
So you won't marry a divorce?
No. It's a sin,
right?
Yeah.
That's what a
divorcee or divorcee or divorcer, whatever it is. Once a year, that's what the Bible said. If you marry a divorced woman, you have committed a sin.
Which part? Do you know?
Maybe.
Wait.
It won't be brave. He who marries a divorced woman has committed a sin or adultery. He did the Bible inside. It did plenty.
Wow. Okay.
To be jailed, I'm right? Yeah.
And it has do.
Wow. So if your partner leaves, so for the woman you have to be very particular because if someone comes to marry you, the person do wrong. Because you are supposed to be with that person for a very long time.
No, wait. So what if what if you're in a toxic relationship? The man is beating you.
I was about to say that.
And so you stay there because the Bible says, I know. I mean, I'm a firm believer. I'm a Christian. You know, I'm very spiritual.
Let them know.
I'm a stout believer. I believe in the Holy Ghost. I believe in the Word of God. But I'm just trying to say that what if you are in a relationship and the man is beating you? I mean, there's a recent case like that where the woman is a gospel musician, and apparently she was in a toxic relationship to the point that she died. So what if in a case like that, would you suggest that the woman, imagine the woman is your sister, would you suggest that she stays in the marriage?
I'm not advocating you to stay in the toxic relationship or leave or not. But then the topic is he who marries that person. You have committed adultery. Because
I think we need to find the scripture.
Oh, you have it right?
Clearly.
Matthew 5:32. Can you read it? Bring your how come people don't know this?
Madness.
Yeah.
An adultery. Okay, wait. So there's a condition. Adultery.
And I'm saying that when you divorce, the person who marries you has committed an adultery. Matthew 5:32. He who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Whether me, if I come and take
adultery.
You after. Adultery is a sin. 10 commandments, my dear.
Wait. So you are saying
10 commandments, my dear.
Because for me, to what I know is that the grounds for divorce is when there's an adultery.
Yeah.
You understand? But you saying the aftermath of it is when the woman.
When a man marries someone, a divorced woman, the man has committed adultery.
Okay.
Yes. So you have to be very particular. I mean, my age in show also. Right now, they say our system, science and stuff. You have to get married by 25, 20. What if
right now when you're 30, they call you
when you were in school, now see 22.
Have you seen the Twitter?
Now see 25. Who did 25 3 weeks ago? Any year now, yeah, they take her. So you see, we shouldn't let time. Media say me ready. They interview someone on the street. So 9.9 billion on what?
That's all.
Yeah. So when you have don't let pressure.
I think.
Imagine I come to your wedding to come and eat everything I want to eat. After eating 3 weeks time and now 1 year time, you see they are divorcing. There's another picture now in China.
Well, I think
I'm going to take my dress
with the scripture. I think what it's trying to say is that in as much as that is wrong, I think it's a word of caution for us to be very careful when getting into marriage. Like, what's Kanti saying? Needs to be very, very like just don't rush into marriage because marriage is like a serious thing. Like you don't joke with it.
Mama Bria emotional. Let's clap for Bria.
We'll find you the right person.
You're very emotional.
Yeah.
So marriage, guys. I think we'll probably do a part 2 to this.
Yeah,
we'll get
and we'll bring
married women.
Married.
Yeah.
Why do you say married woman? A married couple.
Yeah.
Any dia age no so account. Na squad na che.
I would say. Okay, I'm back when I can't say.
I'll replace the Osofu. To replace the married woman and the divorcee.
Divorce. And I'm my ending.
Who your host? Oh, you'll be here.
Foundation solidified. So, guys, here, basically, do you agree that marriages with uneducated couple last longer than that with educated couple? Like, is this something that you agree with? And if you do agree, why? If you don't agree, why? I really want to know. So leave your comments in the comment section. We'll read and get back to you accordingly. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Peace out.